Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Tier 2 ARC in Brazil, and it is raining heavy here in qualifying. I'm Righteous Fire, joined
Well, actually,
by Van this evening. How's it going, Van?
yeah, good. It's been a rainy day IRL, so it's cool to see it in the game. This is the second wet quali of the season so far. Tier 3 had it last week in Canada.
Yeah, I mean it's raining pretty heavy here, so wonder what the weather for the race is going to be like. Might get very spicy.
Let me go figure that out.
Trying to get the new telemetry tool working. Having a little technical issues there, but we're here and waiting on some drivers to start coming out.
Wait, someone's saying they got kicked. Two people apparently got kicked from the lobby.
That sounds like a personal problem. I didn't kick anyone.
Yeah, it's really odd. So it's supposed to be a dry race, so that's going to definitely spice things up in quali.
Oh, failed to verify the integrity of the files. Yeah, that's not a me problem. So, but got some brave souls heading out onto the track already. Everyone is going to be on inters, so that seems unnecessary to have that information out there. Wild Man in one of the Haas. It's got some, hard to tell the difference between the colors of these Williams and Alpines now. Williams darker blue. Alright, I'll try and remember that.
Yeah, it really is.
Any favorites for you?
I mean, Fig won last week, so you'd expect him to hopefully pull in a decent result as well. But both the Alpines got on the podium last week, so they'll definitely be in a shout for challenging the win tonight. It's really anyone's game here with the wet quali. Like, I don't know who's going to be pole. I know Chewy, like I said this last week, Chewy does practice at least time trial wet hot laps, so he might do good here. Let's see. Odd Man almost losing the car at an exit of turn 2.
Alright, one sec. I am dealing with the new telemetry tool.
So Wild Man's going to do the final turn here. He's going to be the first one to set the hot lap. Let's see what he pulls. I believe fastest time in time trial was 1:15, so I'm going to expect maybe a 1:19 coming out of here. Yep, I'm going to be right. Oh no, actually 1:18.6. Wow, that's a really good lap by him actually. And Tom.
117 flat for Tom there. As we're getting, looks like Niall coming across the line. I'll just start his lap. Figgy coming across to finish his lap, taking P2 with a 117.9, 9/10 off the pace.
Yeah, it's a really good lap by Tom actually. It's going to be tough to beat, I feel. We can see GA Games right behind him though.
Oops. Don't need that. Everybody putting up some competition so far. We'll see how things pan out here. Kia might join as a spectator to get the tool running. I can't get it working for some reason, so telemetry will be up shortly. Wonder how many people did not have a wet setup for Brazil.
Well, considering it's to be a dry race, it doesn't matter. Oh, and Tom even goes faster. I think Tom might have a quality here in the bag, honestly. And now, MLG picks up a 5-grid penalty for collision with Fig. I don't know what happened there. Looks like Fig is fine, but MLG got into the wall. Out of turn 10, I believe. It's going pretty slowly, and his wing does look fine, so I wonder what happened there. Could have been a light touch, but that is going to suck for MLG.
Rad getting underway with his lap has got Nile right behind him. Not sure if Nile just set his lap, so he's on an in lap here. Nile with a pretty decent time, 1:17.5. Tom even faster, didn't even notice that. Still dealing with this telemetry thing. Kia's trying to restart the server. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and dude from Mexico is still having issues trying to join, but hopefully he can. I'm not sure if Atmosphere is actually in yet. He's still in the pits.
Yeah, it seems like a local issue if they're having game file integrity issues. Because,
yeah.
You know,
Atmosphere's actually back, yeah.
17 other people don't have a problem.
Yep, so it's right now this dude from Mexico.
It says he's here, but not here?
Yeah, he's still trying to join. He got kicked and then crashed, and yeah, hopefully he can come back.
Rad up to P5 as Nile goes with that slipstream from Rad, P2.
Oh, Tom retired on track.
Retired on track? Oh, it looks
like he hit the curb. Up turn 2.
Well, that is his qualifying over. It's a tough time, so I don't know if anybody will be able to beat that.
And speaking of that, I think Nile... Oh, no. Okay, I was wrong. But Nile's really close. I think Nile could potentially beat that. And with, what is it, like 10 minutes remain?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of time for people to do laps. Such a short lap, even in the wet.
Yeah, but still got 10 minutes here, so now I think probably the favorite to take pole position. Because the track's just going to get... Track evolution's going to take effect. Oh, I'm wrong, actually.
116.4. Solace coming across the line up to P8, 117.8. Atmosphere, our man with the tech issues on his lap. Taking it nice and easy through turn 4. Haven't done a lot of Brazil wet yet. Honestly, haven't done a lot of wet driving in 2021 so far. It does seem better though, as little as I've done.
Yeah, it's something better this year, and I think people who were better at it last year, like Gore, they're gonna see big success in the wet this year.
Speaking of Gore not here tonight because he's got some last-minute work stuff to do. He got a phone call last night that's taken him out of state, so I'm subbing in for him. Ooh, Atmosphere getting loose to the last true corner. Well, I guess this one's technically a corner, but not really. It's flat out. Doesn't really count. Coming here. I don't know who's behind him there. Probably Babushka. Starting his hot lap, so we'll see Atmosphere get out of the way. Atmosphere in P11. Yeah, it was a pretty scrubby lap, so he'll probably...
Yeah, and
honestly, I just throw some extra fuel in and carry on again, because your car barely uses any energy on hot lap mode per lap. Well, that was a Sin, actually, starting his lap.
Sin? You mean... Fig?
Sorry, Cinesail. Snail. You know what? He keeps changing his name. It's screwing me up. Yes. Mr. Newton does have Atmosphere in his way. I don't know if Atmosphere is still on a hot lap. He is harvesting energy, but not getting out of the way. Oh, no, wait.
I think it's on the hot lap, but I don't know.
His energy still says 100%. Is he not in hot lap mode? What is happening?
If it's at 100, then he has to be on none. But we'll give Fig some slip. Let's see what Fig can do. Climb back up the grid here.
Going a little wide here, trying to keep traction. Atmosphere doesn't even have DRS on. Unless I'm just getting... Oh, there's no DRS on the rain. I'm an idiot. 116.2 and Exia also with a 116.2. Very nicely done. It's been a while since I've done this commentating thing. I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Eric and Dude from Mexico still yet to set a lap.
Let's see an update from Dude from Mexico. Looks like he's still having issues. He's trying to find his files though, so hopefully he can be back in time. And GA Games, the challenger of Fig last week, now takes pole by 100th of a second. You have to question how fast Tom would have been if he would have had some extra laps, because he's still sitting in fourth.
Yeah, probably could have gotten more time as the line's right up. There's a Wild Man out. Looks like he's dead in the water there on the side of the road after turn 5.
Looks like he retired.
The RPM bug this year is a little bit different. You get that sort of like womp 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 noise now.
Or sometimes there's no RPM. And Rad takes
116
pole.
flat.
That's an excellent time.
Eric's still in the pit. Dude's still in the pit.
I'm excited to see how these guys handle the dries now. This is how close it's going to be. And wets.
Now going a little bit wide into the first tight corner, into the hairpin section. Trying to keep it together here on his outlap. Trying to get some heat into those tires. Cosmic getting loose in front of him and into the grass. Cosmic gonna have to abandon that if he was on a lap. Nile on that controller steering input. Very twitchy, but keeping it together. Eric has now left the session. Let's see what kind of a lap Nile can put out here. Heavy braking. Got to cut in tight. Keep the traction up as he invalidates turn 2.
Yeah. Still has time to go into pits and do another outlap.
Oh, for sure. He could just do another outlap on those tires. They don't wear that much. Juan coming in through the Sanya section, hearing what appears to be a Red Bull hitting the wall in the pit exit. Yeah, I heard that noise. I heard the clunking of cars hitting stuff as he was coming by there.
And actually, that was atmosphere. He lost his entire wing coming out of the pits. So
that is a bummer.
Yeah.
He's still sitting in 12th. Not a horrible place to be, even if he can only get that. A little yellow flag for Ferrari going pretty slow there. And Nile did abandon that. He is in the pits. Juan up on his time, just over 2/10. So if he can gain any more time here, should move him up at least one spot. Let's see where he can come out. And he does take P5, improves by a couple more tenths for good measure. Solace moving up into P6. This is Exia out here. He is 800ths up on his time. And I guess found a little bit more time since Sector 3 time, and beats out Rad by 400ths of a second.
That's crazy. That's extremely close.
You said the race was dry.
Yeah.
Well, potentially. Pretty low percentage chance of rain. And that means that these guys are running what? Dry setups, or did some of them throw on a different setup? I mean, it's pretty high downforce anyway, so there's not really much to do.
I would assume that most people are going to be on the dry setup, maybe altered a little bit. Let's see if GA Games, so he's in Sector 2, can he find enough time to climb up as well? He needs to find at least 2 tenths or more.
As he's coming here, he is 2/10 up on his time. Let's see if he can keep it together.
There's also Juan Saria, who's also looking to go 2 tenths faster.
Just barely missed out. He did lose a little bit of time.
What about Juan, though? Oh no, that was not Juan, that was Chewy.
Juan's currently up on his time as well. Looking to maybe snatch P1. He's already over 10th up. Well over. As he comes in for Sector 3, he is half a second faster than his fastest time. He's looking to get into the 115s. As long as the timing's right.
Yep. Let's see, can Juan get P1?
One Juan got P1. That is a provisional 1 for Juan.
I don't think anyone's going to beat that. I feel like that's the fastest we'll see.
That's very quick for this session. But Exia coming out to start another one, so I guess we have a little bit more time. As James. I assume it's James. I don't know. Be interesting. And he will take that back, beating that time by 2 more tenths. Ooh, it looks like it's drying up out there a little bit.
It does, I noticed that. Let's see,
Rad's on a hot lap. Fig is starting a hot lap. We'll see if
Niall's about to end one.
Yep, Niall's about to cross the line. Or maybe that wasn't Niall. Was that Eric?
Oh no. Yeah, it had to be Eric then. Brad validated his lap, so that's gonna suck.
Yeah, we are riding on board with Mr. Figlin at the moment. He is chasing down his teammate here in Sector 2.
Chewy hits the wall. This puts Fig in a good position to get past him.
Babushka also on a hot lap. Little yellow flag. Is that Chewy up there? No, that is MLG. MLG backwards in the grass. Fig to a quarter second up on his time. Let's see if he can find any more time here at the end. Right now he's looking at a P4 potentially.
We missed.
His teammate will cross the line first, move up to P8, and he will cross the line and not improve. He actually lost time there towards the end. And yeah, it looks like
can Juan get past Niall?
Oh, McLaren causing a yellow flag there in Sector 2. Juan not improving on his time.
He's unable to. It's all up to Solace, and he doesn't get it.
Solace
so that's James. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him James. James can pull Niall with an excellent second position. Juan and Exia also doing a really good job. Rad doing a really good job as well. And I would think Aston Martins have some work to do in 7th and 8th. Yeah, that was an interesting quali. Really competitive from Tier 2.
Yeah, really started getting fast there towards the end. So yeah, James is our pole sitter for the Brazilian Grand Prix, and Niall in P2 with Juan not able to improve, staying in P3. The only 3 drivers in the 115s. Exia also on the second row. And a 5-second penalty for, 5-position penalty for MLG, who is in P9. And 2 drivers not to set times. I don't know if they actually made it into the lobby or if they had any other issues. In Eric and Dude from Mexico. God, that was such a fast loading time. Thank you so much. Instead of sitting in that loading screen, here we are. Looking at a nice sunny day at Interlagos. Waiting for everyone to load in. Grid penalties are usually a result of contact with another driver. I don't really see him for much anything else. I don't know. He did get spun around there towards the end, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. People in chat asking about grid penalties. Hope everyone is enjoying the super widescreen stream today. Let me know if there's any quality issues that you see as we get ready for the formation lap. James the only one starting on soft. Everyone going for the OP strat except for Madman, Tykes, Atmosphere, and Dude from Mexico all starting on the hards. Medium to soft, definitely a strong, definitely doable around here.
Yeah, I think everyone who's on the hards just made a really big mistake. They obviously did not watch the stream last night when Tack hit lap 1 onto the mediums and then repitted back to the softs for the last 12 laps and just smoked everyone on the who went for the mediums. So questionable by James, questionable by all the other guys on hards. I mean, hards went out practicing, felt really bad here, and the mediums, like, you can probably go like 25 laps and only be around 50 tires.
Yeah, you can well go 3/4 of the race on the mediums around here. And again, like you were saying before we even started this, the undercut and other strategy is very, very useful and strong at Brazil. Especially if you can pit out of traffic, or if you can kind of force whoever you're around to pit into traffic.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
So grid forming up.
James' call here works.
Yeah, just halted there on the formation lap. It's like, let's get this started. This is a weird camera angle.
Definitely. No, the same one,
Waiting for the last driver approaching the grid. Get ready to start. 5 lights here at Interlagos. They will go out. We will wait. And they will go. Going off to a good start. James getting a great start. Niall and Exia also a pretty decent start here at the beginning, as Rad going around the outside of Exia, cutting the line a little bit through P2. A little bit of yellow flag. McLaren and an Aston Martin. That is Fig. And Tykes. Tyke is out. And Fig also seems to have been collected there. And it's a virtual safety
No
car.
damage though on Fig from what I'm looking at.
What is Fig doing?
So,
Does he know it's a virtual safety car?
where is he?
He just
He should.
drove like
There
crazy. Well, we'll see if he gets any penalties.
I don't know, there seems to be some weird... Thank you, Cody's.
Does Fig think he's still racing? Oh, and he spun. Alright then.
Well, he's... What? Very confused on what's going on
we are
here,
back
but
to,
it looks like, we're under racing.
We are back to green flag conditions. James getting a great start. Niall trying to keep up with him as Rad and Exia did not get the jump there. Exia right behind Rad, and the two McLarens being followed by the Aston of Babushka, with Madman a little bit gap to him to MLG and Solace. MLG trying to overtake Solace there in the S's, as Wildman looks like he's going down the inside of Eric. Exia getting a little bit of a slipstream here on Rad, trying to make something happen there. A yellow flag behind Aston Babushka.
Oh, that might be a safety car.
Babushka is out. That has to be a safety car.
Not. I called it, but damn, that's unfortunate for Babu. That's 2 races in a row where he's just gone pretty early on, and that's apparently not a safety car, even though
he is dead in the middle of the track. Thank you, race direction. Well, we will keep on driving here, as they let everyone go by to clean up his car, I guess. And his car has now disappeared. James, a commanding lead now. Well, 2.5 seconds back to Niall. Rad and Exia still very close to each other. DRS not going to be enabled for this lap because of... Actually, no, it will, because there wasn't a full safety car. So Exia should get DRS here on Rad.
he will.
Yep. A few position
Rad
changes
doing a good
happening.
job, though. He's saving a lot of energy.
So kind of penalties, 5 seconds for Wildman and Eric so far. Not sure what those were for. Did they pit earlier?
I think it happened in that whole McLaren DNF thing.
Exia and Rad pulling up to Niall here. Niall not making the best use of his pace here on the dry conditions. James pulling away.
Yeah, but you'll see in the later race, like everyone else on those softs will just smoke James, and you know, no, it doesn't matter how fast he is going to be. I don't think James is going to win this race unless there's another safety car for him to go back onto the softs later on.
Oh, Wildman losing it through the left-hander there in the start of Sector 3. Exia now all over.
Big.
Yeah, Exia now all over the back of Rad. Got DRS, got ERS. He's used most of his energy. I'm not sure if I just had some sort of visual glitch there. I don't know what that was. But Exia going off circuit here. Rad not letting him have that position. That's a full safety car for Wildman.
Like Wildman. Yep, he hit into the wall. Looks like near the pit lane. You know, he's not on track or in the middle of anyone, so that's not a safety car. Okay, so if you're James, like, you pit, you have to pit now. For the mediums, I feel like.
I mean, the mediums can last too, but, you know, so can the softs, so... And he's got the pace to pull away from everyone, but yeah, we'll see what happens. By the way, your microphone is a little in and out. You having some connection issues? Is it raining?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah.
It's a little choppy here and there. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. 4 drivers now out. Dude from Mexico DSQ'd for not showing. Tykes DNF'd the very start of the race. Babushka in the middle of the track for no safety car, and Wildman there at the end of the lap last time around. So that is Eric in the pits. No one else. Oh, Chewy's back.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to really see how this plays out for James. I think he's making a big mistake here. Madman, the only one on the hards now.
Sticking to his guns.
He's in a good position though. He's managed to climb to 7. What the heck?
What?
Okay, saw this went off track into the grass. Oh, never mind. This is my lag. Epic. May need you just turn on Discord maybe.
Oh, I don't know if I can handle both at once. Hold on. Let's see.
If not, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll give you a 720. See what happens here. We're gonna have a little bit of a quality spike while the everything catches up. No, I don't think that looks good.
Yeah, I don't think
Not
it's
dropping any
either.
frames.
It's fine.
Yeah, there's some lag
At least I can
happening
pick up
here.
some stuff. I mean, yeah, don't worry about it.
Well, still under safety car,
Someone
waiting for everyone to
actually
catch
spinning.
up. Is that Tom? That is Tom.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know if that was my lag or not, but Tom now dropping a couple positions. Should be in this lap.
Should be. We'll find out right now. There we go. Safety car in this lap. We are going to hang out with Mr. Aardvark. See what happens. Everyone trying to stay real close to each other.
I had a good start off the line here, so let's see how we can do coming off safety car restart.
There we go.
There we go.
James nails it. Niall gets on it. Rad didn't lose too much time. Drivers behind him lagging behind just a little bit as we now come into turn 1 on the restart. We'll see if everyone stays clean here. And more or less made it through unscathed. James pulling Niall along. Rad falling behind a little bit. Alright, only one car pit, and looks like Fig trying to move up the ranks here. Someone else? No, that's Cosmic moving down. Cosmic. Oh,
Yep.
man. Losing it there in turn 4. He's
I
okay.
think his car looks fine.
He's back on track, but he did lose it.
James pulling away from Niall, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him to really work the second stint.
Everybody kind of starting to spread out a little bit. No DRS here for a couple laps while we restart this race. XA using all the overtake he possibly can to keep up with the guys in front of him. Losing a little bit of time here through the S's. Letting Chewy catch up to the back of him. Chewy gonna get that slipstream on him. Let's see if he goes for a move into turn 4. Doesn't look like anything's gonna happen, but definitely let him catch up. Oh, no track penalties so far. You just know that means everyone's gonna get one now. We'll take a look at some position changes here. MLG up 8 positions from the start. Peach up 5. Rad up 2 from the start. But that's only because Juan down 7. A few other movers and shakers here and there, but we are just getting started. So the top 5 starting to spread out a little bit. James pulling away from Nile, couldn't keep up. Rad trying to stay in that 1 second as DRS is enabled for this go around. If Rad can get that 1 second coming into turn 3, we'll have a good chance. Exia also trying to maintain that. Exia seems to get it. Rad might lose out. We will see here. With MLG behind and the Peach leading the rest of the pack with 2 cars, Madman and Fig right on his tail. And it's Tom in the pit. I guess he must have gotten something from that spin he had earlier. Or it's just time for him to pit. Gonna go for a huge undercut maybe. Cosmic and Atmosphere bringing up the back as well. And Van is gone. We have lost Van. He will probably be back. Oh, that is MLG. Spun in the same spot he did in qualifying. That is unfortunate. Oh, you hate to see it. Well, Peach leading the rest of this pack as 3, 4, and 5 here, staying within DRS, trying to make some moves happen. Chewy going very wide into turn 1. Missed his breaking point completely. He is not going to like that. He will not get DRS, but Exia will. Exia looking to put the pressure on Rad here. He will bide his time. Not the time to do that. He doesn't have a lot of energy left. Rad with about twice as much energy as Exia does right now. Nile still just hanging out in P2. Trying to stay away from these guys, and maybe he knows he can't catch James, or I don't know. James still in those soft tires, Nile in those mediums, so we'll see what happens in the under overcut segment. Chewy doing his best to keep up with the pack here. Peach is gotten by Madman. Oh no, I'm sorry. Peach was already leading. Fig trying to get by Madman. I apologize. Fig really pushing hard to make up those positions he lost from the beginning of the race. Exia getting the overtake done on Rad here into turn 1. But Rad will probably look to get him back in the next DRS straight as long as he can keep it together. Use that energy and that DRS. He doesn't get enough acceleration out of the last corner. So a recharge and live to fight another day. Madman going for a move on the inside. Peach almost closing the door on him, but leaving the space at the very end here, compromising his line and picking up a warning for going wide, as Fig is also poking his nose in, trying to get by, and both of them get by the Peach, as a small mistake from Peach cost him 2 positions. And Eric and Juan are right on his tail as well, and picking up the penalty. Oh, is that MLG again? MLG not having the greatest showing here. Missing a left end plate, it looks like. This is a nice camera shot. I wish I could choose the cameras. I pick something like this all the time. Also move that damn leaderboard off to the side so we can see more of the screen. But Fig using that DRS to catch up to Madman, and Peach still right behind him as Eric has dropped back a little bit but has Juan right on his tail. Not a lot happening in the fight for P3 as Rad has fallen off Exia a little bit. Exia caught up to Nile now, trying to put the pressure on to get P2. Madman leading the sort of best of the rest. Best of the second rest? I don't know. See what happens. We have 4 drivers with DRS. Eric trying to overtake Peach. Ooh, very cheeky, poking his nose down the inside. And a safety car from MLG. MLG is out of the race. This would be a perfect opportunity for anyone who can, that's on the softs, to pit for the mediums. Get that pit stop out of the way. And Fig, Peach, and Eric will do that. But Fig going on to the softs. Alright. Interesting. We'll see if the lead drivers pit when they come back around. The safety car is driving. Not sure what it's doing. Well, it looks like Madman's stuck behind the safety car. Oh, and it brakes while he goes by. That was almost a close one. So the safety car doing laps, just waiting for the lead driver to catch up, letting everyone by. We're going to get off this annoying sound here. So a few drivers into the pits. That's James, Niall, and Exia come into the pits as Rad will inherit the lead with Chewy behind him right now. And James will come back out in P3, it looks like, with Madman overtaking Exia and Niall in the pits, as well as Juan doing the same. And it looks like Fig is now stuck behind the safety... Wait, what just happened? The safety car is in. We are green flag. Oh no. This is wild. I don't even know what to do right now. But, I guess they're not going to bunch it up. So everyone's just going to continue racing. And now things have gotten even way more interesting. Yeah, I know it said in this lap, but the field didn't catch up. The race direction was like, fine, just, you know what, no more safety car. We're just going to go. Just go. I'm done here. Well, Zral, it's supposed to. The safety car is supposed to bunch the field up. It doesn't just drive around. That's what a virtual safety car is for. I think the weird timing of the safety car coming out right as James was passing the... Oh, that's not how it works in Codemaster. Okay. Right. Fig now slowing down a lot for some reason. And has skidded out sideways on the track and is just sitting there. And now there's another safety car. Oh. And Fig has been disqualified. We're going to be right back. Well, while some people confer about something, we are just going to hang out and assume things will continue as normal. So, now the safety car is coming in this lap, as the field is bunched up. Madman trying to get the jump on James here. James saying, no thank you, I will take this please. Madman's still on those hard tires, up in P2 now, so not in a horrible position, but Nile on fresh softs is going to put the pressure on as Madman goes wide into turn 1 to try and block off turn 2 for Nile, and he spins and loses his entire front wing. And taking out the foam board for good measure. And that is unfortunate for Madman. Rest of the field pulling away here. Tom putting some pressure on Eric, it looks like. As Rad is trying to stay close to Exia. And Exia to Nile, but James has gotten away. Well, we are down to 13 drivers after a pretty wild session. Some on-track DNFs. Looked like Fig just stopped his, parked his car in the middle of the track and got out. And a safety car the lap before that just came out and went out on the same lap. And now, is that Juan? That is Juan. Having some issues. Actually trying to poke around the outside of turn 1 into Nile, but Nile sticking it to him in turn 2 and getting away pretty cleanly, but Exia is using as much of his energy as he possibly can to keep up. Now doing everything he can to keep that second step on the podium today. Rad out here, just kind of an observer, and Madman getting a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane. I mean, that happens when you don't have a wing, I guess. Or if he just said, you know, whatever. So we'll see what happens. Rad an observer for this battle for P2. Maybe he's hoping something happens and he can inherit a position. And that is Atmosphere. Now spun. I'll get off this tire detail here real fast. Get some more real estate back on the screen. Exia going for it, using all of his energy on Nile. A little bit of contact with Exia and Nile there. Now keeping it together. Might get the run on Exia, as Exia is going to run out of extra energy, and Nile's got DRS on him. Now going for a move around the outside. Trying to make it stick, but Exia not giving up here. As Nile concedes for now. Good effort from the Irishman. Well, James using that opportunity to gain another second on the crowd behind him. Rad with DRS on Nile with DRS. Rad with a little bit more speed there, but nothing happening. This guy's taking very wonky lines here through the S's. Not going to help their traction at all. Let's just see if we can get some beautiful shots for a little bit. Tom with a 3-second time penalty. Probably exceeding track limits there. Rad and Nile just trying to get up with Exia. Exia's heavy on the energy use. These guys not so much, so maybe they should deploy some of it to get by him. Rad using his energy now to get the run on Nile here. I should have stayed in his slipstream a little bit longer, but he will back out. They are poking ever so closer to Exia. Exia gaining up a couple tenths per lap on James. James is on those medium tires. But these softs will fall off at some point. They got 14 laps left, and they're already a few laps in. So they're not going to last forever. I mean, they can take them long, but they're not going to be great. A little bit of a train forming here between Solace and Cosmic. We'll go back to the battle for P2. Oh, Nile trying to get the slipstream. Exia trying to break it. Nile now going for another move on the outside. Let's see if he can make this work. Oh, and he goes wide. Spins out. Oh, no. And Nile is retired from the session. That is another safety car. This is a great opportunity for James, who has yet to come around for the pits, and everyone else. Nile, my man. F in chat for Nile. Rest in peace. Well, that is safety car number 4 now. I think we're going to exhaust our limit here. So we are going to take a UI break for a little bit. And just poke through the crowd. Everyone coming into the pits. I mean, it's a good opportunity for them. A few drivers staying out here. One of the Williams boys. Got a Red Bull. McLaren. And that looks like Exia. Electing not to pit on his 9-lap old softs. And James will come up right behind him on fresh softs. Exia is going to lose this race for not pitting. Solace with the drive-through penalty. Tom with 3 seconds. And Peach also with 3 seconds. So if Peach wants that top 5, all he's got to do is stay at least 3 seconds in front of Cosmic, and of course stay in front of Tom as well. Solace is going to have to take that drive-through at some point. Don't know if he's going to get disqualified. We are now down to 12 runners. Pretty much everyone on fresh softs except for Exia. This could get interesting. Field is yet to catch up, so we'll see what happens here. Looks like James has a McLaren in front of him in Exia. That's probably Madman. As we are going to do one more lap here today. Oh, I apologize. We are not. Everyone is caught up. We are getting ready to go racing again. Madman, a blue flag in front of these lead lap cars. He will have to remit. Actually, already getting a great start, but those tires are now old, and James is going to use his fresh ones to good measure. See if everyone can keep it clean. Peach staying ahead of Tom here through the S's. Almost got overtaken, but managed to keep the position as Madman now has to let everybody go by here on the straight. And is causing a yellow flag. No! That is Tom. Tom has dropped off. He seems to be okay. He's back on track. Oh no! That is Eric. Wow, this has been wild. Well, top 5 are very close to each other. Peach now a little more comfortable without Tom behind him, but he does have Cosmic right on his tail. Almost a couple seconds back here, so if he can extend that lead, then he will keep that P5 position that everyone in chat seems to be wanting him to get, I guess. Rad trying to put the moves on Chewy, but Chewy's fallen back out of DRS range of James. No DRS now for one more lap. James using those fresh softs to cut the interval down to Exia. Yeah, that turn 4 is now taking a few drivers and their wings from this race. Yellow flag in a sector with no driver in it. Actually getting very loose right now. Trying to push to stay ahead of James, it looks like. Ooh, we'll see what happens. Peach trying to overtake Cosmic. More yellow flags in sectors without cars. The track map colors are all over the place. DRS now enabled. James gonna think twice about looking for a move on Exia. He's just gonna take the DRS straight here probably to get this done. And he's got a great exit. Tons of traction and just walks right on by Exia. Rad also using that opportunity to get by Chewy. And Peach putting the pressure on Chewy as well. Again, everybody on fresh softs except for Exia. Exia elected to stay out during the last safety car period. Yeah, Exia doesn't stand a chance now with those old tires. Everyone is catching up to him. A little bit of a wide line there from Rad. But he'll get a good exit here out of turn 3 on Exia. Using the DRS. Exia blocking off the inside, but Rad will just get right on by with no issue. We'll go a little bit wide there at the exit of turn 4, but we'll keep the position from Exia after giving him plenty of space to get that done. Peach now, no fear of Cosmic as he has dropped back. And Juan is 4 seconds behind him, so he's holding safe for now. As Exia and Chewy have kept up with Rad through Sector 2. James still 2 seconds ahead of the pack, looking like he's going to walk away with a win here. But we do have 7 laps yet to go. Eric picking up a time penalty for track limits. And we're getting a little bit of a lag pop there from Exia. Chewy is going to look down the inside but back off at the last second. Atmosphere in the pits. Ooh, Chewy getting loose. Giving Peach an opportunity to close the gap even more. Chewy not losing that DRS gap, but Exia almost losing his to Rad. See if Rad can pull away in the last few turns here before the detection point. He's well over that second now. Let's see if he can get if he can keep that up. It looks like he will. Exia will not have DRS, but Chewy will have DRS on Exia. And he's got tons of overspeed on him in the slipstream, and he's going for the move into turn 1. And he overshoots his braking a little bit. Gotta be real heavy on those brakes at just the right time. But he makes it stick. But Exia will now get DRS on Chewy, making the overtake for Peach that much harder. As Exia is now, right on the gearbox of Chewy. Almost made contact. Last checked in with Peach. Juan was 4 seconds back, now within that 3-second gap for his penalty. Exia losing tons of time here through the mid-sector. Peach trying to get around him on those fresher tires. Chewy trying to pull away. Looks like he will get DRS on Rad. And Exia will probably get DRS as well, but Peach right on top of him. No energy left to use. He's doing everything he can right now. Just needs to capitalize on everything. Oh, and he gets loose through turn 1. He's got to wait for drivers to go by before he can continue. It looks like the end to Peach's P5 hopes as he interferes with a couple drivers there. Oh, Chewy! Chewy lost it. His car looks okay, but he has lost that position now. Everything has changed so much in this past lap. Well, Exia now has no challenger. Will maintain a podium position if he keeps this up. James running away from Rad. Rad keeping away from Exia, and Juan doing his best. He's only got 4 laps left to catch up with Exia to get that. That is the wrong one. Tom is going to get DRS on Chewy. Look to take P5. They both have 3-second time penalties, so they will keep whatever position the two of them may or may not have, depending on how close Cosmic gets. Looks like Peach is in the pits. Ooh, a little bit of lag here from someone. But nothing bad happened, so we're good. Atmosphere picking up a 3-second penalty. Back in P10, trying to hold on to that last point position, singular. Tom all over the back of Chewy. He has a little bit of energy in his reserves, but he will have DRS. Let's see if he can make this happen. Chewy kind of all over the place here. Wow. Looked like he was taking that middle line and then went right back to the racing line. That is quite cheeky, bud. Tom sending it in the inside of 4, but isn't brave enough to make the turn and backs out. But he is not done yet, putting the pressure on Chewy. Juan now 1 second closer to Exia with a couple laps left to go. Has 2 seconds to catch up and get that overtake for the podium place that he is probably wanting to get. Tom getting loose into the third sector here. I'll lose a little bit of time off the back of Chewy. Shouldn't face him too much. Let's see if Tom can make this happen this time. Tom going right down the inside. Chewy sticking to his line. Tom cannot make it happen down the hill, but he will get DRS again and starts the overtake even before they hit the DRS line. Nice and comfortable into P5. Let's see if he can keep it that way. Got a little Peach is now up to P10 after overtaking Atmosphere, and now looking to get a move on Eric to get some of those points back that he lost after his incident. Now up into P9, but he's got 15 seconds to sauce in front of him, so I think this is where he's going to stick for the time being, unfortunately. Ooh, Eric picking up an extra 3 seconds. They should give Atmosphere back that P10 position if they can finish in the same place they're in right now. Chewy fighting hard to get back at Tom. Tom popped. Oh. Did Chewy get past Tom? I guess he did. And there is a Red Bull of Atmosphere off in Sector 3. Let's hope he doesn't impede with the lead drivers here. Atmosphere is going to lose that P10 now. As we are crossing the line, I apologize. That is James for the win. Rad for comfortable P2, and actually holding on to P3 after a bunch of incidents behind him. Juan up in the P4, and everybody falling in behind him. Great performance from the remaining 12 drivers. After a bunch of DNFs for various reasons, and a wonky safety car. Or, I don't say wonky, but unusual. So that is it. Peach waiting across the line to take a couple points here. And Eric finishing up the top 10. And I got an achievement for spectating a race. Yay me. Eric with the driver of the day after his non-qualifying to finish in the point. Here is our podium. JA Games, Radical Aardvark, and Exia are your podium places for Interlagos. Well, not as many penalties as I thought we see, but a lot more DNFs. than I was anticipating. Well, that will do it for the race. Thanks for hanging out with me. T3 should be interesting tomorrow. Not quite sure who is still around or if anybody wants to chitty chat. We shall see if there's anyone out there. I think we're going to call that a night. It's just me. Van had some connection issues and died out. So rest in peace to Van. He'll be back at some point. Tomorrow's T3. Thanks for watching, everybody.